Okay, so welcome to another Revenue Love video. Today we're going to talk about niches and marketing. In my course, the Sales Accelerator program, we talk a lot about lead gen, about how to get business going rather than leaning on word of mouth and referrals. It's one thing to learn sales and to learn how to close. It's another thing to bring in leads, and really good salespeople are rainmakers. They know how to go out and find business and bring it in. So I teach that. And one of the things that helps that a lot is if you have a niche. And it amazes me. So I was talking to a lot of people this week about their niches and what they know about them. So this is like a public service announcement. If you have 3 clients in the same market, let's say you have 3 dentists, and that's it, you don't have a niche. You just have 3 dentists. If you have a niche, that means you understand the ins and outs of how that niche works. So I've talked to a lot of people that, I have, 10 or 11 contractor sites. Awesome. Do you know how that industry works? Do you know the hierarchy of that industry? What do you mean? Right? Not a good way to go about it. If you truly want to get involved in a niche and you want it to work for you and you want sales out of that niche, you've got to figure out how it works. Okay? I'll give you an example that I gave one of my customers yesterday. One of our niches when I ran my agency was heating and air conditioning, HVAC contractors. Let me get more specific. It was certified factory authorized carrier dealers is who we focused on. Yes, we did jobs for Rheem, Rude, all of the major guys, but our niche was factory authorized carrier dealers. It wasn't just building sites for them. I have a choice. If I want to work with HVAC, I could call 100 HVAC companies and try to sell somebody, or I could learn how the market works. And what we found out was you've got manufacturers. Manufacturers sell to distributors. Distributors are the ones that get the product into the dealer's hands. Very important to know. Also very important to know that the distributors are the main contact for the dealers. They have guys called territory managers that are in charge of getting product to their dealers, to their customers. This is critical information to know about the market because I can align myself with distributors who can put me in front of the dealers. So I could call 100 dealers directly and try to sell, or I could make a relationship. I could build a relationship with a distributor and hopefully one day with the manufacturer. And that way the doors are wide open to talk to any dealers, right? So you have to figure out how your market works. I can't stress this enough. You can't just build a few sites and say, we have a niche. No. If you have a niche, you're a thought leader within that market. You know how it works. You know from the top down how they get their product, how they do their services, where they get their licensing. You got to know all the rules. Basically, here's my advice. Whatever niche you pick, I want you to pretend like you want to start a company in that niche and go to Google and do the research that you would do. Talk to people and ask the questions that you would need to ask. So if I wanted to start, an HVAC company, I would reach out to guys I know in that industry and say, how'd you get started? Where do you go for information? I would ask all these little things, right? And if you hear the clicking in the background, it's the dogs. Like it's Facebook. We're not getting I'm recording this with my iPhone, so we're not getting super pro here. This is just good information for you guys. Do some interviews. Find out how to create a company like that. Where do you go? Where do you get licenses? What's the language? You got to know this stuff. Again, it's not enough to just have a couple of websites that match a certain niche or a certain market. You have to know that market. So when I called contractors, I'd say, hey, Jerry, the territory manager over at Distributor Inc., said I should give you a call because you were looking for a website. Oh, yeah, I was. Cool. Jerry's a good guy. What do you got, John? And now I've opened it up to talk to him. The other thing that I know, because I'm involved in that whole process, I know from talking to the distributors that their guys don't sell enough product. or that they don't sell enough maintenance agreements, or that they don't. I'm finding the problem. So now when I'm talking directly to the dealer, I can say, Jerry mentioned you guys have a problem with X, Y, Z. Is that correct? Awesome. We can help you. Blah, 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 blah. I cannot stress how important this is. Like, this is, if you get nothing else from any video that I ever make, if you don't attend my course, if you don't interact with me ever again, get this right. Find out how your market works. Find out, run it, become a thought leader. That's the only way niching works. It's not just going out and selling dental websites and having 10 dentists. You got to know who makes the products, where do they come from, where do they hang out, how is the whole market serviced, maintained. You basically have to pretend like you're becoming a dentist. How does it work, right? How does it work now? And then what are the problems and what are the solutions to those problems? So that's it. Quick little 6-minute video. Go sell something, guys. Visit us on revenuelove.com. Bye-bye.